Here's where I am. So as we know, Caitlin Clark's team was playing Angel Reese's team.
Right, and there was a hard foul.
Caitlin Clark made a hard foul. I saw the foul.
Okay.
I definitely thought it was unnecessary because I saw how she kind of pushed her a little bit. I saw it. It was on purpose.
Okay.
I think Caitlin Clark still harbors some animosity towards Angel Reese because Angel Reese still won the national championship.
So even with people saying Caitlin is the better player, you believe she still hates Angel Reese?
Of course, because Angel Reese prevented Caitlin Clark from getting an NCAA Women's National Championship. That matters.
Yes, it matters.
You feel me? That matters.
Yes, it matters.
And Angel Reese is the reason Caitlin Clark is not an NCAA champion. Angel Reese is an NCAA champion.
Right.
So no matter how many white people worship Caitlin Clark, every time she steps on the court with Angel Reese, you're the reason I don't have a college ring. Because listen, we don't know if she's guaranteed to ever get a WNBA championship. You feel me?
And that's that gap, or what people perceive to be a gap in talent, gets larger and larger from Caitlin and Angel. It can become more offensive and more offensive.
Especially if Angel Reese ends up winning a WNBA championship. You understand?
Yes.
See, you have your popularity vote, and then you have your actual achievements in your profession.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So Dr. Umar may be very popular in the community, but I also have my achievements as a school psychologist. You see, there's a difference there.
Yes.
So somebody can say, you might be more popular than me, but you ain't saved more children from the school to prison pipeline than me.
Yes.
I can say I'm more popular than you, and I save more children from the school to prison pipe. You understand?
Yeah.
So Caitlin Clark can always throw in Angel Reese's face, I'm more popular than you. White people have made me the face of the league, right?
Yes.
And Angel Reese can say, that's fine, but I still got this, and you don't, and I got it on your time. Ooh. Do you see that? Ooh. Do you see that? Yeah. Because you got to understand the narcissism that is at the heart of the collective white personality. They're not supposed to lose to black people ever.
Cooking.
Now, let's go to this. First of all, I think it is such hypocrisy for white people and the Negroes who serve them like RG3 to try to turn Angel Reese into a perpetrator of a crime when she was the victim here. Once again, they have made Caitlin Clark
the victim.
The victim. She committed the foul.
Yes.
They made her the victim. That's how white privilege operates.
Wow.
Let's look how when the police unalive us, right? The young man in Cincinnati whose father unalived the police officer
Rodney,
Hinton in response to a police officer unaliving his son, right?
Right.
They still made the police officer in the murder of the child. They still made the police officer the victim, although he pulled the trigger. This is how white America operates. Even when black people are victimized, you're somehow responsible for it. They made Angel Reese responsible for the hard foul by Caitlin Clark. Now let's get to RG3 and Ryan Clark. RG3 does a podcast a couple of days ago. And with his white wife in the background, sitting there like a slave master supervising her slave on a plantation. With his wife in the background, RG3 proceeds to insult, denigrate, incriminate, and insult and belittle Angel Reese. He mocked her using stereotypical, exaggerated black ghetto behavioral demonstration.
Yes.
Talked about how she hates Angel Reese. He said, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. He said,
blatantly said,
Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And I know this. Excuse me, RG3. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark? How do you know this? I'm a psychologist and I can't read nobody's mind. I tell people all the time, I'm not a psychic. I'm a psychologist.
Difference.
I can't read your mind. I can analyze what comes out of it. but I can't read it. RG3 became a psychic in front of his snow bunny, telling the world that I can read Angel Reese's mind. First of all, even if you were a psychic, you done been around snow bunnies too long for you to even understand black women. First of all, he was already married to a snow bunny.
Right. That's what Ryan said. Yeah.
Got a divorce.
Yeah. Second
was
one.
cheating on the first snow bunny with the current snow bunny. So you went from snow bunny to snow bunny, and then you got the audacity to try to belittle a black woman to make your white wife feel better about herself. You don't ever, no black man should ever insult or criticize, even honestly, a black woman in the presence of a white woman.
Yes.
Because guess what? If Angel Reese was white, he would have never said any of that.
Right.
If Angel Reese was white, RG3 would have never said none of that. So Ryan Clark spoke the truth.
Yes.
Ryan Clark said, listen, you don't have conversations about what black women go through. You've dedicated your life to not one, but two snow bunnies. I'm going to call him RG2. I'll call him RG3 when he get divorced and get a third snow bunny. So he's RG2. Two snow bunnies, RG2, right?
Yeah.
And then you got her in the background showing the world how proud I am to be married to this white woman. See that? First of all, you know my position.
Yeah.
Black men who date and marry white women wish they were white themselves. Let's just keep it a buck. You're talking about a group of people who have historically and systemically devalued, dehumanized, and destroyed African life and culture, and you want to marry one of them. To marry a Caucasian is to play for their team and fight for their army. To marry a Caucasian is to play for their team and fight for their army. And then RG3, like a coward, he comes back at Ryan Clark and he says, you hit below the belt when you brought my family in this. Loon. He didn't bring his family in it.
Right.
He said you married two white women.
He just said your
He said
decisions
your
were
decision.
informed.